Hey, this is Alex, and I'm with Tech Cinema. Together, I'm watching Mercy, directed by Timur Bek Bekmambetov. He's known for like stylized actions and like high concept like sci-fi movies, right? So his best work is probably Wanted, with Angelina Jolie. And then his worst movie is War of the World, directed with Ice Cube. So he's kind of all over the place. So Mercy, it stars Pratt, who plays a detective known as Chris Raven. So Chris, who is accused of murder, and Rebecca Ferguson plays a AI judge, Judge Maddox, I believe, right? So um the setting is in like future Los Angeles. They show LA as this crime ridden full of corruptions and drugs. So in the future, the AI system has been put in place, one that Chris helped develop. So basically, once you committed to the system, the AI acts as judge, jury, and executioner. So essentially, you're placed in a chair and you're given access to like high tech system, like really high tech. In this world, everything is connected to the cloud. So your social media, banking, shipping, YouTube, Amazon, whatever it is all there. The AI can access everything, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So I'm coming to you from an IT professional. So I'm a security engineer. And as I was watching this movie, I was like, man, I highly doubt we'll ever allow an AI to have that much access, right? Like maybe even 50 years, maybe, right? Uh, so we'll get more into that aspect a little bit more in the future, uh, in this review. So going into the movie, I honestly didn't know much about the movie. Like I saw the trailer, and honestly, I wasn't really paying attention to it. And after watching this movie, I'm actually presently surprised, only because I think I'm in the field, and I can talk about that a little bit. There are definitely some good part and some bad part about this movie. So let's just start with some positive, right? Um, the basic premise is that Chris Raven wakes up in a chair. He is a detective, and he's on trial for murder. And that chair can kill you essentially. And he's talking to an AI judge, right? He has about 90 minutes, get to that in a little bit, to prove he's innocent. And obviously the story goes deeper from that. So while in the chair, the AI can help him access like pretty much everything. Social media, video footage, camera, everything. So in order to piece together what happened of the night of the murder, what happened to the crime scene. So as an LA native, like I actually appreciate that the film was filmed in LA. Like seeing the real street, buildings, and location was pretty cool. Like some of the location I recognize and has been there and hang out there and partied up there. Um, I didn't love though the way how LA is portrayed as this total like crime hellscape. It's not that, and it's not that in 50 years. So, but visually, location is solid. So I do appreciate that about the movie. The the high concept idea is also very strong. AI is obviously the topic of the moment, and the film sort of explore what it could be capable of, and whether that level of access and control is realistic is just another story. But I personally think it's a little bit far fetched from like coming from a security trust standpoint. But as a concept, it's very interesting. Visually, the movie is stylistic. The camera zoom transition and movement between scenes are very slick. It's fast paced, maybe too much fast paced, and good action. And uh, this movie is sort of made for me, and I'm able to follow along a little bit more on that later. Performance wise, Rebecca Ferguson plays the AI with very controlled, almost emotionless presence, while still hinting at moral ambiguity. That works really well. She's the pretty face of the movie. Chris Pratt is also solid here. I think Chris Pratt can make an action movie, is an action star, can be funny. But he's solid in here. I wouldn't say he's like amazing Oscar worthy, but he's effective. Like he shows a lot of range from like a caring father to intense race feel, like bar fighting husband, I guess, right? And I like his performance overall. And I think the core theme I think is where I like the most. I think the movie being about a judgeless, like fully automatic justice system, it's probably one of the strongest elements of the movie. I also like the ticking clock, right? So the movie is about 90 minutes long, and the story sort of unfold in real time, which adds a little more tensions and urgency, right? So like there's a clock that pretty much like 90 minutes, and you're just counting down, like an hour and 30 minutes of counting down, and the movie is about an hour and 30 minutes. So overall, I enjoy the movie. We'll get more of that later. For the negative, right? So the movie feels familiar. Um, like Minority Report is an obvious comparison to for this movie. Um, whether you like Minority Report or not, that kind of can determine whether you like this movie or not. I love Minority Report, so I do thoroughly, not thoroughly, but like enjoy this movie. Another issue I have with this movie is the future set, the scale and the timing, right? So a lot of movie does this. Sorry, a lot of director do this. Like for some reason, they and it makes sense. They can't predict what the future will hold. So like an example would be Back to the Future, right? With flying cars in 2021 or something like that, right? Like that never come through. So this movie, it takes place in the future. So I'm interested, like when the year the movie set in eventually arrive, like people will compare it to their current real technology. So while AI is the talk for us now, like that level of seamless hacking and data access, um, like that's almost impossible. So what I'm getting at is like, while it looks cool, I don't think in 50 years or whatever the year it sets in, it's gonna be like that. It takes a long time in order to develop that type of technology. At least the seamlessness of hacking, getting data really quick, and so forth. Um, yeah, you do need like a massive leap in global tech connectivity and security architecture, and that takes a while to get. We didn't get Wi-Fi. What are we on, like Wi-Fi 6, 7, until now? But like other country has done it. The reason why we're slow is because of how big the US is. Um, so like develop technology and implement it takes years and years. So you're talking about, in order to get to that world that the movie portrayed, you need a leap in at least like 3 generations after, and each generation takes about 10-20 years to do. So it's gonna be a while. um uh so another part where I think it's a negative is how fast the information comes at you. The editing of this movie is really quick. So like if you struggle, or the audience struggle to like with rapid cuts or fast moving shots, right? Like they'll get lost in this movie. The movie doesn't slow down much, and that can be a little bit overwhelming for regular regular viewer. um Could they have eased it up a little bit? Yeah, probably, and make it a little bit slower, so the information can like, the can be the people can absorb the information a little bit more. Um, the the whole like ticking time clock is very cool, but 90 minutes to solve your own murder and to prove that you're innocent is a very, very short amount of time. That doesn't really land well with me. Um, so ultimately, the story wrap up in a way where most things start. So near the end of the movie, like a lot of stuff happens outside the jury room. Um, the movie became more personal, and I actually like how the movie handles that. I like the ending. A lot of people don't, but I thought it was cool. It brings full circle, with the movie and with full circle, and give the character more motivation and more weight on what is happening. So as I was going out of the movie, after the movie, and as I was going out, I didn't know what to talk about. But and I didn't know whether I really enjoyed this movie. And as I was walking to the car, I'm like, yeah, I actually enjoyed the movie. Is this the best movie in the world? No, no. Is it a movie where you can just watch and have a good time? Yeah. But is it a movie where you're gonna remember everything afterward? No, you're not gonna remember this movie after a week. One interesting tidbit about it that I personally enjoy is because I came from a security background, right? So like I can't help but notice like all the policy in terms of security violations, all that things that we as society would never allow um, an AI to do. They're essentially stealing data and all that. That's a different topic, but we inherently allowing an AI system to take all the data, all the informations, and access all the information so easily that we don't, as society, we probably won't allow that. Um, but yeah, but seeing that, right, that was enjoyable for me. So that was fun. So overall, I think regular people is gonna enjoy this movie. I think, but I think the critics is gonna, it's gonna be like not it's gonna give it not a good movie. Score it really low. I think to them it would probably be like a long ass episode of a Black Mirror episode or something, like in future length film, and I can definitely see that criticism. So, but personally, I like it. If I had to give a rating to this movie, I'll give it a 6.8 something, 7 maybe out of 10. It's not a movie that's going to stay, again, it's not a movie that's going to stay with you forever. It's entertaining to watch. I especially enjoy the technology, ethics, and how society is going to evolve and all that stuff. But other people may not. Anyways, this is Alex with Duck Cinema, and I am out.